Hey, I'm going to take a brief moment today to talk to you guys about splitboarding boots, and in particular the Spark XV. That boot is filthy. One is also filthy. Alright, Spark XV by Deeluxe. Probably my favorite soft boot right now. This is the second pair of them I've owned. The first pair that I've owned, these are right here. I warrantied these for a bunch of reasons, and these boots in general, this boot really doesn't get a good rap. I'm making this video to talk to you about how same boot model, old, new, the new one really is a much better boot and you should reconsider it. So what was wrong with the old boot? Well, see the sole here? See how it's all peeling and gross? The same thing here, see it's all stuck back together with shoe goo. That was pretty bad. The other main problem this boot had, buckles. The way the buckles work, they're kind of the furthest out piece. Buckles would just snap and fall off. When they do, you're up the proverbial creek. You know, you can't tighten that section of it anymore. Other things I don't like the liners. Pull the liners out of these. We'll talk about that a bit later. One really good thing about this boot though is power strap. Power strap was awesome. One of my favorite features about this boot. Second awesome feature, these are a boot that'll accept a semi-automatic crampon. So it's a crampon with like a bail on the front and a strap on the toe. And this sole. You can see these guys started to fall apart on the top side. The soles were still in good nick. These have like 25 days on them, maybe. A lot of those days guiding, so I was in and out of crampons, I will admit. But shouldn't have fallen apart on the top like this. So what did they do to fix it? Ta-da! Okay. First things first, the sole is different. Yeah, sorry, it's filthy. They've gone to an Ice Trek sole. It's alright. I like the old grip pattern more, but the construction of the sole is way better. See the way that they've put that sole on? They fixed. Let's have a look at those crampon ledges. See, on the old boot, the ledge was part of the sole unit. So whenever you wore crampons, the crampons were trying to separate the boot from the sole. What they've done here is way better. It means when you're wearing your crampons, they're not trying to rip your sole off. Outside of the boots, see there's this textured, kind of grippy protection. They've done the same thing again, but now it's a sheet of, I believe, Vibram rubber, and this sheet has been laid over the top of everything. So the difference is in this old one, the seams came through, and that was just a painted on protection. Didn't really work. The seams have gotten way better. On the old boot, see how they've joined two pieces of leather without any overlap here? It just doesn't work very well. It makes for a lower profile boot, but this is a pretty main wear area. New boot, overlapping layers of leather. Things I don't like about the new boot, the lace control system. On the old boot, you had two lace controls, one for the lower and one for the upper. On the new boot, you have two lace controls as well. First of all, they did something freaking cool, and I love it. On the old boot, both the laces were black, all black laces. You have no idea which lacing zone is which. On the new boot, they have a white lace and a black lace. Super simple, but it means you can figure out straight away when you look down which lace you're tightening. Things I don't like so much about it, they've moved to a across the foot and like whole foot system, where the black lace is the whole foot and the white is across the foot. It works. It still lets me get the fit that I want eventually, but I find it's a little bit more time to dial it in. Power strap, still awesome. Still one of the best features of this boot. Love the power straps Deeluxe. Heck, I'd be stoked if you made a splitboarding boot with two power straps, like some of your other boots. Buckles, they've improved the buckles a lot. It's a different buckle, it's a newer buckle. Same kind of functionality. Remember on the old ones how it was the most sticky outy point? You can kind of see it there from the side. You can see how you clip that. And it's always the ones on the inside that I would break. The ones on the inside hit the other ones on the inside while you're walking, smash. The ones on the outside you sometimes break on rocks, but less common. Here they've built this guard in, and this guard's really key. Really helps this buckle live longer, stay put. It does have one little problem. See if I can find the one with the problem. So this guy here, see this tiny crack? There's a tiny crack in there that occasionally the lace kind of like gets locked into. Yeah, personally, I don't know if we need any of these holes here. I guess maybe they're there to let the snow come out. Still, the buckles aren't perfect, but they're a lot better. And in general, I'm a fan of their lacing system. I will say it took them a while, but Spark replaced this boot for its sole feeling off after about 20-30 days. I've worn this boot now for a full season of splitboard mountaineering and splitboarding, and a lot of inbounds riding as well. I used to ride in a pair of IDs when I was riding inbounds, Spark IDs. Really like them. You can see why I stopped riding in them. Broken buckle right there. Still can kind of ride in them. I still keep them as like a park boot. Great boots. Those boots have like 150 days on them. I'm not mad about them breaking at all. You know, I broke them. They're like a pair of sneakers. They're super nice. Walk in, not so good on icy hardpack. Liners. So, this is the liner they come with. It's not a bad liner. This is a thermomold liner. But it has a really nice lacing system that locks. Really lets you get that nice styled fit. But I have one big problem with this liner, and it's a feature they've built into it. This lacing system is built into this thing that they call the heel harness. Now, why don't I like this heel harness? This piece of Velcro. In general, when I'm touring, when I'm going uphill, a lot of the time I like to have my boot loose on the uphill. We don't have walk modes. Like, you can see this boot's fully canted. We don't have a walk mode on a snowboard boot. Sure, it's a lot softer than a ski boot, but it's not the same. This new boot has kind of a slight, like, -5 degrees soft collar up the top. But really, I find the best way to get that stride length is to loosen this outer up a lot and keep this inner tighter and let the inner slide within the outer. Some of you might be thinking, blisters. You shouldn't get blisters if your inner's fitting you correctly and locked down on you. Your inner should stay tight on your foot, and you should get friction between the inner and the boot. Not the best for the boot long term. You're torn from the Velcro ripping around before. So what did I do right now? I wore them a couple days. Blisters, heaps of blisters. Not a fan. The material also just didn't feel great. Like when it went through thin socks, it just didn't feel that good against your skin. Just felt abrasive. I mean, when I feel it now, it feels lovely and soft, but just didn't do it for me. So I ride a bit of a Franken setup here. These are a pair of Scarpa Maestro liners. I love this liner. One of the things I love about this liner is this flex zone, because it's an AT boot liner. Really soft in the back here. See this here? Stiff tongue. I like a stiff tongue in my ski mountaineering boots. Sorry, splitboard mountaineering boots. You know, you want to be able to front edge, toe edge. You want to be able to engage that toe edge. So that's nice. I've replaced the laces with them entirely. These are a pair of laces out of an old Deeluxe liner. So I don't have to tie knots anymore. Got that nice lace lock. Get that down nice and tight. They stay kind of big in the way these boots are designed. They tighten down in the cuff and stay kind of baggy around the forefoot, but because you're lacing, your heel is locked in. And in the inside of these guys, I am running, this is kind of funny, a pair of Vans snowboard boot inner soles. I've had a couple problems with like the amount of volume if I have this boot super tight for a long period of time, especially kind of under here. The reason I like these is these kind of air bubbles. When you go to a ski splitboard mountaineering boot, they have a really stiff sole. And if you're landing flat off of bigger drops, there's a tendency to really feel it. So having this kind of like bit of cushioning in this inner sole, I really like. It's pretty light. It's freaking awesome. I really like it. I know a lot of other people ride 32, brands like that. They really like those boots as well. I'm sure they're fantastic boots, but I just wanted to make this video today to show you that Spark really has fixed a lot of the complaints with this boot. And this new boot is way better. So if you have a pair of these, get rid of them, get some of these. If you have a pair of these, good for you. If you don't, check them out. Don't think, oh, Spark make a bad boot, because Spark make a good boot. They just had some early teething problems with this. You know, you gotta remember this is like the first snowboard mountaineering boot. Not like one of the first, it's literally the first snowboard mountaineering boot on the market. So you gotta give them a bit of leeway. Yeah. Have fun out there.